The book wasn't planned. It was something that came about purely by providential means, by happenstance. And we had just formed the Caribbean American Repertory Theatre in the summer of 1975 in New York. And it was formed by a group of, I would say, disgruntled group of Caribbean actors and writers who were having difficulty getting work in the mainstream theater in New York City, and so they decided to form their own company. As it turned out, I wound up being the executive director of the company. At that point, I decided, recognizing the fact that we had two well-established playwrights within the group, in Edgar White and the late Lennox Brown, I decided to interview them for a possible article. But as it turned out, that got sidelined because I got caught up doing theater work, administrative work, and nothing happened again until later on. As it turned out, Derek Walcott had just come into town from Trinidad, where he had just broken off with the Trinidad Theater Workshop. And he was looking for places to have his work, his plays produced. And he approached us about doing one of his plays. And at that point, I decided to interview him. While I went to interview him, he was staying at the Chelsea Hotel in Manhattan at the time, and he happened to mention at the end of the interview that another great Caribbean playwright was staying there in Errol John. His well-known play is Moon on a Rainbow Shawl, which is produced to this day worldwide. And he granted me an interview. Time passed by again, more playwrights would show up in town, and I would seize upon the moment and interview them. And looking at the wealth of material that I had accumulated, I decided that this looked like it was turning into a book, which is what resulted in Visions and Voices, Conversations with 14 Caribbean Playwrights. And the book was published in December 2013. I would hope that the book will appeal to academicians, that is, theater practitioners, writers, actors, students, theater goers, and anyone else who will have an interest in Caribbean theater and Caribbean culture. And I think on that point, I think and hope that it will fulfill its mission.